welcome to the MBS YouTube channel. To all who shall see these presents, greetings, and I am Ruckdog. This is going to be a little bit of a preamble for my other World of Warships videos. This is kind of the first full video for the channel after the little trailer I did. And since we're going to be talking about World of Warships here in a little more detail, I wanted to take the moment here and talk about kind of where I'm at in the game. What ships am I playing? What kind of lines am I working on? What's sort of my philosophy with World of Warships? Now, if you look at my stats, and we can pull them up here in a second, but anybody can go to Warships Today and search my name, so I'm not too worried about it. You'll find that I have been predominantly a U.S. player and predominantly a cruiser battleship player. So if we take a look at the tech tree real quick here. You can see that all the way up to Tier 10 on the U.S. battleship line, all the way up to Tier 10 on the U.S. cruiser line, and now I'm knocking at the door for Tier 10 on the destroyer line as well. Because of that, I am a little skewed in my stats, I think. I don't really have a lot of time in nations other than the U.S., and I don't have a lot of time in aircraft carriers. And so I've been working on that a little bit here on the side. So, I'm up to the host show here, starting off on the Japanese carrier line, having some fun with that. And I'm up to the Bogue on the U.S. carrier line, getting relatively close here to getting my way to the next carrier in the line, which is the Independence. Probably only need a few more games to get to the Independence. And, the reason why I haven't spent a lot of time until now playing aircraft carriers is that, well, as many other World of Warships players have noted, carrier gameplay is very different than playing with the cruiser, battleship, destroyers of the other types, of other classes of ships. And it's something that hasn't really interested me too much in the past, but I'm trying to give it another go. Trying to expand my skill set in the game a little bit and maybe approach it from a different angle. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So really my active lines right now, U.S. destroyers, where I'm up to the Fletcher, U.S. carriers, where I'm up to the Bogue, Japanese carriers, where I'm up to the host show. Those are sort of the three ships that I'm really focusing on right now. And of course, I've got a few other things that I'm working on as well. I've got the USS Missouri that I keep around because, hey, that's a good way to earn lots of credits in the game. And it's a good ship in terms of its performance, and I have a lot of fun playing it. And of course, I spent a fair bit of time in the Iowa when I was working my way up to the Montana, which is right here as the Tier 10 U.S. battleship. And so it's a fairly comfortable ship for me to play as well because I'm used to all of the quirks of playing U.S. high-tier battleships. And I'm also playing around with a few other things, of course, the Bismarck, the Akrev is a really fun ship to play, and I also recently picked up the Giulio Cesare, the first Italian battleship to come into the game. A lot of fun playing this ship. It's a pretty ship. I really like the way it looks. Of course, the Italians they had a way with making pretty ships, I think, is the bottom line there. And of course, you have to love the red and white candy stripe detailing on the bow. Very, very distinctive Italian feature. Alright, so enough about that. So what is my philosophy or my perspective with playing World of Warships? Well, I play it for fun. This is not a game that I'm superly overly competitive with. To be honest with you, I'm not super overly competitive with any of the games I play, either tabletop or electronic. I do like to challenge myself and work to get better and try and be the best player I can be, but I tend not to rage out. That's not usually the direction I go with my World of Warships playing. My wife, of course, would probably tell you that the opposite is true, but hey, I'm the one that's telling this story. Now, as far as actually playing the game goes, some of the things that I struggle with sometimes is positioning and trying to figure out where to go. The Miyogi here is a ship I've been playing a little bit on the side as part of my diversification away from the U.S. type of efforts, and I find that because of her armament with one turret in the front here and two turrets here in the aft, this ship really rewards good positioning, and so this has been a good ship for me to play around with a little bit and try and drive myself towards learning how to better position myself on the maps. The U.S. cruisers like the Des Moines have also been helpful like that here. The thing with Des Moines, Baltimore, Pensacola, New Orleans, they all can get punished pretty badly if they show too much of this big juicy broadside to an enemy ship. And so again, this has been a good ship for me to play and try and learn how to position better. So that being said, I still tend to have some rough games from time to time, and my overall win rate I think is a little below 50% to give you an idea. We can pull up the old service record here real quick. And one of the things you'll notice on the service record here is that it's showing me right at 50%, so I'm a little bit of an uptick. You notice I've only got 1,500 or so games played, not a ton of games. I have been playing this game since the open beta, but I don't have a lot of time to devote to video gaming, so being able to play 4 or 5 matches in a row is a rarity. I can maybe do that 2 or 3 days out of the week. The rest of the week I'm either not able to play at all, I'm only able to get 1 or 2 games in. And of course there's also been times where I've stepped away from the game entirely for a month or two because my attention has gotten captured by another game. All that means that despite having been in the game since the open beta phase, never really have played as many games as a lot of other folks have, sitting at about 1,522 battles. So, that, and you can also see down here that a lot of those battles have been skewed towards the higher ranks, 7, 8, 9, with a big peak around tier 8. So that being said, I haven't been around the game as much in terms of just playing lots of games, and so I don't have as much of that muscle memory built up, and so that kind of shows a little bit in some of my gameplay, as I'm sure we'll see as time goes on. But that's just it. That's one of the reasons why I'm interested in trying to start putting my gameplay on YouTube. I feel like that there's a large number of players out there in the World of Warship's player base that, like me, don't get to play all day every day, don't get to play the game so much that things like aiming and positioning become second nature and rote memory, that maybe don't have the best win rate as a result, or the best stats as a result. I feel like I am a little bit more of your average World of Warships player, and I feel like that is something that might be helpful for some folks to see. And if you are a above average World of Warships player or a Unicum player, then at least my channel will provide you with some fodder to come by and have a few laughs as you watch me, Ruckdog the Potato, try and float around and not get his ship shot to pieces and shot out from under him. Well, that should about do it here for this first video. It's a little bit of a relatively short video, and I wanted to keep it that because, like I said, this is just me trying to set the stage for other things that are going to be coming down for World of Warships on this channel, which are mostly going to be doing games and talking about how I'm doing well or maybe not doing so well, depending on how things are going. Until next time, this is Ruckdog saying good luck and good hunting.